Where am I going? So this is a cool detail. The moment you find out Zelda is impossible, she never speaks during the blood moon anymore. Oh, here we go. Oh, cool. Shooting star. I believe. Oh, there's a Korok up here. Don't really need to help them. That kind of hit hard. Okay. Goodness gracious. Whoa, there's a statue there. Did not see. Is there anything this way? No, not really. Whoa. Falling in a hole there. What I want to do currently. Looked like there was something over here. Like that there. And it looks like a boss arena. Alright, so let me take a look at the map here. Get a good idea where we're going. I should just follow that. Okay, so nothing there.
Yo.
Go ahead. Just make my way up. Oh, whoa. Definitely gotta save here. Ooh. Got a pretty substantial team here, so I'm gonna try and fight them. Oh, missed. Let me see. 69, nice. Come on, everybody, attack. Doubt you will, but what now? Oh, no. There we go. Huh? How'd he miss? That's strange. There we go. Let's go ahead and try this one here. Oh, nice. That definitely helps. Okay, so with that out of the way, I can continue to explore. Ah, there she is. So I think I'm going to continue following the path of the statue here. Yeah. Don't remember if I've gotten this before. I got like the schematic from here. I'm gonna have to shoot up. Okay. Once I get closer. I believe I have, but I'm just not too sure. Let's see. Gotta put on my disguise. Here. Got the whole Yiga clan outfit. There we go. I love that. There we go. Okay. So, looks like there's still one final. Doesn't look like that unlocked anything. I may have already got this one. The schematic in this place. Yeah. Usually there's like a cutscene that it like shows you where. Yeah, I already got this. I can move on. I kind of wish there was like a check mark. A check mark where you completed a certain challenge. Okay, so looks like statues continue off in this direction here. I'm gonna head that way. see. Ahead and put my gear back on. I did earn it. Might as well wear it with pride. Yeah, so it's all dark over here. Doesn't look like I've explored too much direction. Go ahead and pick up some donite while I'm here. Oh. Well, that one's broken. Just fine, I believe. Ooh. Well, that's all water, huh? Let's see. That's still pointed in this direction. I'm gonna continue going this way. Huh. Oh, there's a light route over here. You can kind of see the light peeking over the bridge. Or at least you think you can. Must be seeing things. Huh. Oh, there's something there. Might wanna head this way. Yeah, there's yeah, it's so far away that it's not coming up. Or that it's not showing. Oh, wait. It would help if I was actually looking in the direction. There. I don't believe I've been there yet. Gonna check that out as well. It's over. Excuse me. I hope there is a light route over here. And it looks like there's a path going through. And it's dark. Really, really dark. I don't like that. Ah, there we go. I can't. Oh no, I can. It's just a little. Ooh, I don't think I've been to this one. I need to put the disguise on again. Let me see. Yiga Clan armor. I believe this works. Here we go. Some bright bloom seeds, so I can actually see where I'm going. There we go. Ooh, that missed. There we go. Now the question is... Ooh. Oh, that answered my question very right there. Good thing. A mountain valley. Ooh. I wonder what the schematic's gonna be. Oh, cool. What? Icebreaker? So like a conversation starter? Something like that? Huh, I don't have a sword? Okay. Oh, that's a cave wall. Here. That's all set up over there. Alright. Let's head off in the direction. Yeah. That there. Looks like you gotta ads. You know what I need to do? Change my bow so I don't. goes on and on. All right. This way. Looks like. Oh, there's a light route there. Go ahead and get that mark while I can see it. There's a lot of electric enemies over here. Oh, dang. Totally forgot that I wasn't wearing Majora's Mask. I can fight it, just don't really want to. That's fair, right? Not wanting to fight. Whoa, what's this? Definitely something. Before I go over, I want to see what's on top here. Let's kind of make our way down. Yeah, let's see what's here. Ooh, where am I? Bet you can't check the map while you're in that state. That would be rather helpful. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wow, look at that. That's pretty far out there, isn't it? Wow. I wonder if there's a way through. Not really seeing one. So I think I have to walk along till I see something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see that. What was that? Jeez. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, some parts. Yeah, I can take a balloon up. Dismount and build a. Well, actually, don't I have a schematic for this? Okay. And all I have to do is just drop wood, right? There. Now I can make my way up. Maybe I can make it from here if I jump. I haven't been to this Yiga clan hideout yet. Oh. I wish there was like a quick like uniform here. Whoa, that's spinning out of control there. Is that a laser or something? There we go. Let's pick that up. I'm pretty close to the light route here. Triple cannon, huh? That's a strange one. Huh. Alright. Let's see what's here. Doesn't really look like I can utilize much. And that light route's all the way up there. I'm gonna try and make my way to it. Question is, how do I approach it? Oh, I know. I'm gonna try one of my ways. It's solving things with rockets. Maybe I can do it. Perfect. Here's a light route, but not the one I was. Oh wait, where'd it go? I'll go ahead and get this one here, so that there's at least something on the map. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
Cool.
Oh, I'm on the ground. Oh. Trying to fight my way back up. I'm so close to the ground. I get through here. Yeah, pretty easily. There's another one there. I can try and go for that one too. Kind of strange that there's so many close by. Wonder why that is. Where is this on the surface? Oh, see. There we go. That's a bit better. Ah, I can see the light route I was going for earlier. Just a little bit better now. But it looks like there's just one right here. You know what? I'm gonna go for this one here. Or at least try to go for it. Pick up some bombs along the way. Oh, there's one there, too. But that is quite a ways away from my current. Can I get a rocket out here? I'm running out of rockets. Okay, so right up, right up there. Sorry about that. So right above me, to be able to make my way up. One more here. kind of don't like how limited rocket use is. Kind of don't work the way you think they would. But oh well, that's fine. At least there's something. Don't I have something for climbing here? Yeah, I do. A little bit. That helps a little. I sure hope I make it. Right now it doesn't really seem like it's going. Getting a little steep. Oh, so close. Oh, damn. It's a good thing I had a fairy with me. Try that again. I'll have better luck this time. Come on. You can do it, Link. I guess not. How do I get up there? Damn, man. So close. Fairy Town. Huh. Okay. Take that marker off. Not going anywhere. Go up. Explore on the surface for a little bit. And maybe switch games. Yeah, there's a. I'm gonna try fighting this thing here. Boyak. Actually, go and switch bows. Uh-oh. Yep, I know I didn't really stand a chance there, but I thought I'd at least try. One of the things I am gonna do right now, I'm going to switch games. I played some Metroid last night. I wanna play some more. So if you give me 1 second, I will switch games. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Let's see. Started here. So I already played the opening segment here. So I'm just getting to the finish here. So you haven't missed much. There we go. Okay, so I just set up the controls and it doesn't look like it actually saved. Control scheme hybrid combines the classic control scheme with the motion controls for aiming. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I want. Okay. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't. Do you want to save? Sure, why not? I don't think I like that. Let me try the other pointer. Okay. There. Get on up. Say that like I have any other place to go right now.
Data received.
Oh, whoa. Okay, gotcha. Whoa. Open with that with the weapon. Gotta find something stronger. This way. Well, that was strange. Jeez. What a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, I don't have the morph yet. So I have to come back to this later. Here we go. Okay, let's get that morph. Oh wow, I dodged them. There's not much I can do here right now. have wait a minute, actually. Nice. Oh, I see, yeah. Nothing I can do in here yet. Okay, so those go to the cavern. And I don't really want to go in there just yet. But now? Oh gosh darn it. Ah, an energy tank. There we go. Uh,
Oh, excuse me.
Dang. me see here. Whoa. Let's see. Back this way. There we go. Oh crap. Oh, nope. Can't go in there yet. Come on, let me up. This is gonna be a long section, so I'm gonna stop playing Metroid here, and I'm gonna take a little. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. Thought I'd try my hand at the Metal Gear Solid VR mission here. I've tried them before, but I didn't get too far. But it was like the PlayStation 3 version. So I'm gonna try the Master Collection. I doubt they're any different. Don't get spotted. Okay.
What was that noise? Who's
Oh,
that?
well, that sucks. What I was gonna try and do was flip them, but I guess you can't do that.
Who's that?
Oh, come on now. I was holding the button. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Okay.
Impressive, Snake.
Okay, let me see here. This one should be fairly easy. Yep.
Impressive, Snake.
Let's keep going here.
Impressive, Snake.
Gee, not that hard.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Uh-huh. surveillance cameras. Okay, enough.
Impressive, Snake.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn it. I didn't see it. Dang. Okay. Wait, there was one there? Really? Okay. I guess I got lucky a few times. Oh, wow. Dang. Time attack. Weapons mode. Full com. Practice. Double.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Oh, wow. I'm empty. That sucks. Wow, this is tough. Wow, that was tough.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Yeah!
Impressive, Snake.
Oh wow, I got them all. Okay, cool.
Impressive, Snake.
This one shouldn't be too difficult. Oh.
Impressive, Snake.
Hmm. Okay. Whoa. That was pretty cool.
Impressive, Snake.
Oh man. Well, that worked. Kind of
Impressive,
unintentional.
Snake.
Yeah, that worked. wow. Uh-oh. Ah. Okay, 9 cards out of 11? I see. Pretty cool.
Yeah!
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
You know, these missions are kind of like fever dreams.
Impressive, Snake.
They're just vast, empty voids. Oh, further up. Okay. I didn't see that on the map.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
There we go.
Impressive, Snake.
Oops. I didn't think you could do that. That is impressive.
Impressive, Snake.
Yeah!
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Oh man. I have an idea. Oh dang. shouldn't be difficult. I'm not Come on. It's gotta at least hit one, right? Oh, they're pathing. Let me try this doorway here. Oh, that was close. Blew myself up. Got a couple more over here. Maybe this doorway. Awesome.
Impressive, Snake.
Oh, dang it. That, kind of out of nowhere. Jeez, man. Let me try that one again. Ooh, that was close. Damn. Jeez. Oh, damn. Got him.
Yeah!
Impressive. Impressive, Snake.
All right.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Oh man. Pretty tough. Whoa. Okay. Oh damn. I fired the wrong way. Whoa. Whoa, what happened there? Jeez. Let's try something else, jeez.
Impressive, Snake. Impressive, Snake.
Come on, where's the last one? Oh, there it is.
Impressive, Snake.
There we go.
Impressive, Snake.
Wow, there's only 4 targets? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah!
Impressive, Snake.
Oh man, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I see. Whoa, 8 gigabytes. Jeez, I can't do that right now. Pause. Break. Let me see. Skateboarding one should be in this one, right? I do need to go get some, so I will be right back.
Shagohod. To this end, they instruct Major Zero to lead a mission behind enemy lines, and he sets up a new CIA unit known as Fox to complete what they dub the Virtuous mission. On the team are paramedic, no guesses for what role they fill, a veteran soldier simply known as the Boss, more on her in a little bit, and the player character of Jack, a former pupil of the Boss, who goes by the slightly awkward codename Naked Snake. Snake infiltrates behind Soviet lines and without much in the way of hassle at all, is able to secure Sokolov. But here's the rub, he's not the only one after the in-demand scientist. You see, the pair are soon ambushed by a baby-faced Major Ocelot, a fella who will be cropping up in a fair whack of this timeline. Ocelot and his troops attempt to take Sokolov by force, but they're as effective as a light breeze against Snake's CQC skills, and the pair escape without harm. They don't escape from their next ambush though, which for Snake at least comes completely out of left field. The Boss suddenly appears, and instead of helping Snake complete his mission, she reveals that she has defected to their Soviet counterparts, and is taking Sokolov with her. Her comrades actually turn out to be the military intelligence agency GRU, who are attempting to seize power in the Soviet Union for themselves, and they want Sokolov and his Shagohod in order to do this. This treasonous little band is led by a lad called Volgin, who has also recruited the legendary Cobra unit, a band of superpowered troops that were led by the Boss back in World War II. Anyway, the Boss makes off with Sokolov and a pair of massive rockets called, Davy Crockett's, and the so-called Virtuous mission ends with Snake left for dead, and Volgin using one of the Davy Crockett's to blow a nuclear hole in the middle of the Russian wilderness. Ouch. And that's just the first hour of the game. We've only just got to the Not a Bond Song title credits. Okay, so US-Soviet relations are obviously quite strained at this point, with the small matter of a nuclear bomb detonating on Russian soil exacerbating the situation. The Soviet President Khrushchev calls his US counterpart President Johnson to tell him as much, and a little more. And by a little more, I mean threatening nuclear war with America. They come to a little deal to get around this squabbling, whereby the US government has to effectively prove that they didn't have anything to do with the nuclear detonation. This amounts to another mission into the Russian jungle to eliminate Volgin and the Boss, recover the remaining Davy Crockett, and rescue Sokolov once again. Does this mission have a cool sounding codename? You bet your hat it does.
Operation Snake Eater.
So Snake crash lands back into the Soviet Union once again and makes his way to meet up with his contact on the ground, a lad called Adam, who is a defected American spy, which I guess technically makes him a double agent? Anyway, Adam is a no-show and Snake instead rendezvous with his counterpart, Eva, in a sequence that has not aged well at all. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Eva and Snake fight off another attack from the Ocelot unit before Snake systematically kills off every last member of Cobra unit on his way to rescuing Sokolov. En route, he bumps into a scientist known as Granin, who's somewhat disillusioned as his own bipedal tank project has been thrown by the wayside in favour of Sokolov's Shagohod. Don't worry lad, I have a feeling that project will have quite the legacy in this franchise. Granin directs Snake to the Shagohod, but he's captured on the way by Volgin, who then beats poor Sokolov to death and tortures Snake to within an inch of his life, a process that sees him lose an eye. Despite his injuries, Snake manages to escape with the help of Eva and makes a beeline for the Shagohod to destroy the late Sokolov's project. Volgin intervenes and, well, this is where the plot thickens. You see, Volgin lets Snake in on a little secret and tells him all about an organisation known as the Philosophers, which is essentially a bunch of rich lads from the US, China and the Soviet Union. Long story short, they masterminded victory over the Nazis during World War II before amassing a fortune in cash known as the Philosopher's Legacy. Unsurprisingly, all that money drove them a little bit mad, and the legacy was broken up, with some of it finding its way into Volgin's hands. This is all just a prelude to a great big bloody fight between Snake and Volgin though, which ends with the latter being killed supposedly by, of all things, a bolt of lightning. But we are not done yet. There are at least 3 double crosses left in this twisty tale of espionage. Next on Snake's hit list is the Boss, and while he's hesitant to pull the trigger, he eventually does so. But not before she's able to give him an all-important microfilm of critical info on the legacy, a microfilm which is then stolen by Eva after a night together with Snake. You see, Eva reveals her true colours as a spy working for the Chinese, who want the legacy for themselves. But twist within a twist, she also reveals that the Boss was actually ordered to defect to Volgin by the Americans to secure the legacy as well. And it's this twist that hits the hardest, as it means that the Boss effectively sacrificed herself as a US traitor to help prove America's innocence. Okay, we are nearly done with Snake Eater, but finally let's tie up some loose ends. Firstly, for a job well done, Snake is granted the title of Big Boss, but he ultimately ends up demoralised for his part in Operation Snake Eater and he quits Fox Unit. And then there's the curious case of Ocelot, who it turns out is actually a triple agent. While he was masquerading around as part of the GRU, he was actually operating as a double agent for their rivals, the KGB. But he was actually really working for the CIA as the defected spy Adam, in an attempt to secure the philosopher's legacy, which he does. Well, half of it at least. The other half he keeps for himself along with Granin's bipedal tank plans, which goes by the name of Metal Gear by the way, but we'll get to that in due time. Okay, next up we fast forward 6 years to the San Geronimo crisis that makes up the action of Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Snake's old team Fox unit has gone rogue and are now led by a wildly charismatic commander called Gene. I say wildly charismatic as he's literally been artificially created to be the perfect commander as a result of the Successor Project, a scheme designed to produce soldiers in the image of the boss. He's aided by Lieutenant Cunningham as well as a woman called Eliza, who has significant psychic abilities and a split personality known as Ursula. Eliza and Ursula are pretty black and white in their allegiances. Eliza is on Snake's side while Ursula bats for Fox. Anyway, the game kicks off at Gene's base of operations on the San Geronimo Peninsula with poor old Snake once again being tortured, this time at the hands of Lieutenant Cunningham, who's trying to ascertain the location of the missing half of the Philosopher's Legacy. As we've established, Snake hasn't got a Scooby, and he's chucked back into his cell where he gets chatting to a Green Beret called Roy Campbell. Anyway, the pair escape, otherwise there wouldn't be a game, and Snake attempts to make contact with his old CO, Major Zero, but instead reaches his old teammates Paramedic and Sigint, who aided him on Operation Snake Eater. They detail to Snake that he's now seen as a traitor to the US, and that the only way he can clear his name is if he takes down Gene's Fox Unit rebellion and destroys the prototype Metal Gear tank. And so Snake's mission to take down Gene basically makes up for the rest of the narrative of Portable Ops. But this is a Metal Gear Solid game and nothing's really that simple. You see, as Snake undertakes his mission, he discovers a fair few revelations along the way. Firstly, Lieutenant Cunningham is actually a double agent working for the Pentagon, in an attempt to undermine the CIA and gain the upper hand as the leading security agency in the US. He reveals this to Snake while detailing that his plan is to push Gene into launching a nuke at the Soviet Union in an attempt to prolong the Cold War. Secondly, the good Dr. Sokolov isn't dead. Yeah, somehow he survived his ordeal in the Soviet Union and is now masquerading as a character known as Ghost, who offers intel on the Metal Gears to Snake. Thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, Snake learns of Gene's ultimate plan, a plan to launch a nuke on the US to destroy the Philosophers in a bid to create his own nation of soldiers known as Army's Heaven. Naturally, this plan doesn't come to fruition as Snake kills Gene, but with his dying breath, Gene hands over all his funds and info on Army's Heaven to Snake. Oh, and I can't forget Eliza and her psychic abilities. In the wake of aiding Snake, she's murdered by Gene, but she also has critical info to hand over during her dying moments. She foretells that the children of the Big Boss, who she calls Les Enfants Terribles, will come to destroy and save the world, which are both events that we will eventually get to. In the meantime, we catch back up with Ocelot, who is now a quadruple agent, I guess, as he murders his old boss, the Director of Central Intelligence, before stealing the remaining half of the Philosopher's Legacy. And in a cheeky post-credit sting during a conversation with Major Zero, the pair hatch a plan to use the legacy to kickstart a new project known as Cypher, a project that Ocelot agrees to on one condition, that Big Boss joins the team too. Right, before we barrel on into the next entry on the franchise, there's a few important details to set up, like, the birth/creation of Solid Snake and his evil twin Liquid. So, Cypher begins in earnest in the wake of the events of Portable Ops, and Major Zero starts to build a team and an ideal around creating a united world. Zero builds this ideology around Big Boss's mythic status as the perfect soldier, and so he becomes the symbol of sorts for Cypher. Only as time goes on, Big Boss starts to drift from this ideal, and he starts to become more and more wary of Major Zero's leadership. Terrified of losing his perfect mascot, Zero authorises a project known as Les Enfants Terribles, which uses Big Boss's DNA to create a pair of clones known as Eli and David, or to call them by their more popular codenames, Liquid Snake and Solid Snake. The twins are separated, with Solid staying in the US and Liquid growing up in the UK, before he escapes to Africa to get away from Cypher. But beyond that, a third clone was created at a later date, and this strapping young creation was called Solidus Snake, and he constituted the perfect recreation of Big Boss's DNA. Speaking of Big Boss, he isn't best pleased when he discovers the Les Enfants project, and this prompts him to hand in his notice, so to speak, to Cypher and go freelance. And by freelance, I mean set up his own rival group known as the Militaires Sans Frontières, or MSF, an organisation that plays a key role in the next game on the timeline. Right, it's 4 years on since the events of Portable Ops, and we find ourselves in 1974 for Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. With Big Boss now heading up the MSF as a small mercenary outfit, they get a bit of business coming their way from a university professor called Ramon Galvez Mina and one of his students known as Paz. The pair are keen to hire the MSF to look into a military faction that has started causing havoc across Costa Rica. Big Boss refuses at first, believing Ramon to be a KGB spy, but he's quickly won over by a recent voice recording they play him that supposedly proves that his mentor, the boss, is still alive, despite the fact that he, killed her over a decade ago. The tantalising mystery of the boss's potential resurrection spurs Big Boss into action and he gets on the case. Boss hightails it to Costa Rica and immediately sniffs out the marauding army, which leads him right onto the tracks of one of Peace Walker's big bads, a lad that goes by the ridiculous name of Hot Coldman. Alongside Hot Coldman, Big Boss discovers a project codenamed Peace Walker, which is basically a giant four-legged nuclear launch system. Big Boss does some good old-fashioned infiltrating and he encounters Huey Emmerich, one of the Peace Walker's designers, who eventually agrees to help him and handily points him in the direction of one Dr. Strangelove. Not that one. Big Boss finds Strangelove and discovers that the AI system behind the Peace Walker has been modelled on his old mentor, the boss, hence the mysterious new recording that freaked him out in the game's beginning. Big Boss chases the Peace Walker across the border and into Nicaragua, where he finally confronts Hot Coldman, and it turns out that Coldman has created Peace Walker to guarantee the US's nuclear retaliation, as an impartial launch system devoid of human intervention. He also plans to fire off a nuke to prove this theory. And it's this drastic moment that the facility is overrun by Soviet soldiers, who are led by Ramon Galvez, who, shock twist, turns out to be Vladimir Zadornov. Zadornov wants the Peace Walker for himself, and he makes a move to seize it, only for a second intervention in the form of the MSF, who tear into the building. Big Boss is able to leverage the chaos to his advantage, and he moves to destroy the Peace Walker, but not to the extent that it can't fire its nuclear payloads. And while Coldman is near death from wounds received in the battle, he's able to activate a launch uplink, which convinces the US government that they're about to face a nuclear strike from the Soviet Union. Cue a lot of frantic and tense conversations where Big Boss tries to convince the US military's big brass that it's all just a ploy to get them to retaliate and kickstart a nuclear war. But all of this is a moot point anyway, as the Peace Walker's damaged AI is overrun by the boss's personality, which sinks the four-legged behemoth in a nearby lake, nullifying the threat completely. Phew, that was the definition of a close call. But as this is a Metal Gear game, there's one more twist in this tale, and that's the true intentions behind Zadornov's supposed student Paz. You see, with all said and done, Zadornov is imprisoned back at the MSF base in the Caribbean Sea. During an attempted breakout from Zadornov, Big Boss tries to intercept him and ends up shooting the Russian spy. But this is all just a prelude to the main event, which kicks off when Paz seizes the controls of another Metal Gear, which is known as Zeke. You see, it turns out that Paz is actually an agent for Cypher, and on the orders of Major Zero has come to present an ultimatum to Big Boss: relinquish control of the MSF to Cypher or see the organisation branded as terrorists. She backs up this ultimatum with the threat of a nuclear launch on the eastern seaboard, which will see the MSF singled out as the perpetrators. None of this comes to pass though, as Big Boss does Big Boss things and takes down Metal Gear Zeke, which also throws Paz out of the cockpit and into the sea. Okay, before we head on into the madness that is Metal Gear Solid 5, we need to talk about a lad called Skullface, who will have quite the impact across the next few entries in this timeline. So, Skullface has actually been knocking about for a while by this point, but to keep things ticking, I thought it best to compile his own little timeline here. You see, Skullface has been operating in the background right since the very beginning, during the events of Snake Eater. As the commander of the covert CIA Team XOF unit, or XOF, Skullface was working behind the scenes to offer support for the Virtuous and Snake Eater missions. After the Fox unit was officially disbanded, Major Zero offered Skullface a role with Cypher, which saw him lead Zero's personal strike force. But as the years went on, Skullface grew a deep hatred for Zero, as well as his perfect soldier Big Boss, and this led him to seek out opportunities to strike back against them, all of which leads us to... Next up on the timeline is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, which takes place in 1975, just a few short months after the events of Peace Walker. Skullface has fully gone off the rails and he and his Zoff forces have taken control of an American prison base in Cuba called Camp Omega. Tensions are naturally high between Skullface and his rivals at Cypher and the Big Boss run MSF, and this leads to Zoff kidnapping the presumed dead Cypher agent Paz, who had survived her ordeal at the end of Peace Walker. To complicate matters, another MSF agent and ally, the former child soldier Chico, has been captured by Zoff during his attempts to rescue Paz. Big Boss and his MSF co-founder and ally Kazuhiro Miller decide to hatch an exfiltration of both of them, in fear that either Paz or Chico could release information that could compromise the MSF. Cue a classic Big Boss infiltration of Camp Omega. Long story short, Big Boss rescues both Chico and Paz, and the trio escape in an MSF helicopter. Only en route back to the MSF mother base, they discover that a bomb has been planted in Paz's stomach, prompting an MSF medic to perform a mad ad hoc operation to remove it right there on the helicopter. Only it's out of the frying pan and into the fire for Boss and the chopper, as when they arrive back at mother base, it's under attack from Zoff forces. Boss and the chopper crew are able to land and rescue a handful of MSF staff members, along with Kaz Miller, but as they escape the crumbling base, another wrench is thrown into the works in the form of another bomb inside Paz. Paz sacrifices herself and jumps out of the helicopter just as the bomb explodes, which causes the chopper to crash into a Zoff helicopter that's in pursuit. The resulting collision sees Big Boss, Kaz Miller and the MSF medic severely injured, but they survive the ordeal and are rescued and rushed to a hospital in Cuba, where Boss and the medic slip into deep comas. And so we come up to the biggest gap in this timeline so far, a 9-year hiatus that leads up to the events of the Phantom Pain. Okay, so Big Boss finally awakens from his coma in 1984 to a very different world to the one he left in 1975. For starters, there has been a good deal of skullduggery behind the scenes on behalf of the franchise's new big bad, Skullface. Not only has he been conducting dubious research into a slew of nasty parasites that give their host superhuman abilities, one of which he uses to send Major Zero into a crippling vegetative state, but he has also created a giant new Metal Gear-like behemoth called Salenthropus. In short, he's been busy. Anyway, back to Big Boss, who wakes up from his coma in a British military hospital in Cyprus. He has to spring to action immediately to foil an assassination attempt on his life from a mute cypher killer called Quiet, all before he's rescued by a heavily bandaged man called Ishmael. Don't forget Ishmael, he's very important. Boss escapes the hospital by the skin of his teeth, and that's no tall order, seeing as he's up against two of Skullface's superhumans, the third child, who will grow up to be iconic Metal Gear Solid villain Psycho Mantis, and the Man on Fire, the revived form of Snake Eater's big bad Volgin, whose sheer hatred for Big Boss has manifested itself as, well, a man on fire. Anyway, forget about villains old and new for now, as Boss is recovered from the hospital by his old frenemy Revolver Ocelot, who fills him in about the hot new mercenary group on the scene, the Diamond Dogs, which is led by Boss's old acquaintance Kaz Miller. Big Boss takes on a brand new codename of Venom Snake and sets about his new mission of unearthing the whereabouts of Cypher, the outfit he believes responsible for his attempted assassination. This new campaign takes him to the war-torn deserts of Afghanistan and Angola, as Snake recruits friends and enemies both old and new, including Dr. Huey Emmerich, his accomplice from Peace Walker, and Quiet, the mute assassin that tried to kill him. On top of this, he also recruits Code Talker, who's an expert on the parasitic infections causing all the weird superheroics, because, well, he worked on them for Cypher. Lastly, he also captures a young lad known as the White Mamba, who turns out to be a British kid called Eli, who, if you can remember back to the Les Enfants Terribles section of this timeline, is actually one of the clones of Big Boss. A DNA test mysteriously doesn't confirm this, but more on that later. Anyway, with his ragtag team of Diamond Dogs, Snake/Boss discovers the truth behind Cypher, which is that Zero is no longer the big brass anymore, and that Skullface and his renegade Zoff fighters are now very much in charge. As I've already mentioned, they've been busy in the years since Snake/Boss last encountered them, working on a parasite strain that will kill anyone who speaks English. He couples this parasite with the threat of the giant Salenthropus and uses this heady cocktail to enact his dastardly plans. This all backfires though when one of his lackeys, the third child, betrays him, and uses his psychic powers to drive the giant mech to attack him, which mortally wounds old Skullface. While Snake and Kaz, who are also on the scene, declined to put Skullface out of his misery, he's instead executed by Dr. Huey Emmerich. Okay, we are starting to reach the endgame of the Phantom Pain, but there is a lot of endgame in the Phantom Pain. For starters, the Salenthropus along with the third child are brought back to the Diamond Dogs base in the Seychelles, and that instigates a rebellion from Eli and the other rescued child soldiers at the base. Eli and the third child share a psychic connection of sorts, and they all escape the base with the giant mech. Anyway, that's the least of Snake's problems, as an epidemic of the vocal cord parasite has spread through the base too, forcing Snake to kill a good deal of his own soldiers. All fingers point to Huey as the source of the epidemic, and he's accused of experimenting on the parasites for use as bioweapons, and Snake banishes him from the Diamond Dogs. And on top of all of that, Quiet has gone rogue too, and it turns out that's because she's also infected with the parasite. The reason why she doesn't speak is purely so she doesn't spread the infection, but she speaks up to save Snake in the end and flees as a result, never to be seen again. And despite all of that, the biggest reveal of all comes in the form of the real identity of Venom Snake, who, shock twist, isn't actually Big Boss after all. Oh no, instead he's the MSF medic that went into a coma at the same time as Big Boss at the end of Ground Zeroes. You see, it turns out that Major Zero had one more mission to fulfill, and that was to ensure the safety of Big Boss. And he pulled all the strings to perform the switcheroo. And so after a good deal of plastic surgery and hypnotherapy, the medic became a doppelganger of Big Boss, to wage war on Cypher, while the real Big Boss, who was actually the bandaged saviour Ishmael, told you he was important, went about creating his dream of a rogue military state outer heaven. Yeah, a lot happens in the Phantom Pain. Okay, with two big bosses knocking about in a post-Phantom Pain world, things start to get a little confusing. And that's even before the introduction of Big Boss's clone son, the iconic protagonist Solid Snake. The year is 1995, and a lot has happened in the years preceding Phantom Pain. For starters, the real Big Boss has succeeded in creating Outer Heaven, which is now located in South Africa. He has also come out of his long exile to rejoin the US military, in a bid to set up a cover story for his nefarious operation. To this end, he hires an old pal called Frank Yeager, who's given the code name Grey Fox, and the pair re-establish the Foxhound Command Unit. All of this is because of the rising threat of Cypher, who are now going by the snazzy new name of the Patriots. Anyway, with Outer Heaven also proving to be quite the threat to the world's health, the CIA instructs Foxhound to investigate the compound and see if the rumours of weapons of mass destruction are actually true. Naturally, all of this takes place without the CIA knowing that it's their very own Big Boss responsible for the whole damn thing. Grey Fox is dispatched to investigate, but he's immediately captured and imprisoned, all of which sets the scene for our new hero in the franchise, Solid Snake. Okay, so Solid Snake is but a mere rookie in the ranks of Foxhound at this stage, completely unaware of his origins as a clone from the Les Enfants Initiative. But like father like son, he successfully infiltrates Outer Heaven, rescues Grey Fox, and discovers that the base is in control of a new Metal Gear project. Long story short, Snake destroys the new nuclear tank and makes to escape, but is confronted by Big Boss himself, or more accurately, his phantom Venom Snake, who reveals the truth behind Outer Heaven's intentions. Yet more importantly, he reveals that Big Boss is Solid Snake's biological father, before detailing the mad origins of the cloning program. All of these big revelations lead to a great big bloody fight to the death, and against all odds, Solid is able to defeat Venom Snake and foil the real Big Boss's plan. It's not a happy ending for Solid though, as despite returning to the US as a hero, he leaves Foxhound feeling betrayed by Big Boss's web of lies. Solid Snake's retirement from Foxhound lasts exactly 4 years though, as he's prompted back into action for Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. The year is 1999, the Cold War is still raging, and the world is fighting over oil. In the wake of this oil crisis, a leading scientist called Dr. Keo Marv engineers a solution to the world's problems, with an alternative fuel source called Oilix. Only en route to his demonstration of Oilix, the good doctor is kidnapped by terrorist forces from a newly established military state known as Zanzibarland. You have exactly one guess for who's behind this new rogue nation. Yep, Big Boss. With Outer Heaven ending as an embarrassing failure, Boss is giving his dream a second try, and he aims to hold the world ransom by monopolising the world's oil supply. And this is the reason why Solid Snake is coaxed out of retirement to infiltrate Zanzibarland. The infiltration doesn't exactly go smoothly though, and Solid eventually runs into his old pal Grey Fox, who's still working for Big Boss. Armed with a new Metal Gear, Solid destroys the new mech and kills his old colleague once and for all. And when I say once and for all, I am definitely fibbing, as this is not the last we see of Grey Fox, but that's a story for a little later. And Metal Gear 2 all comes to a head with another confrontation with Big Boss, the real one this time. Snake, with absolutely no weapons left, has to improvise a flamethrower from a lighter and an aerosol can, and using this makeshift weapon, he kills Big Boss as well. And just like that, the enigmatic Big Boss, a mainstay in this franchise since the very chronological beginning, is dead and gone. Also a fib, let me explain. You see, the shady Patriots, still very much operating in the background, recover both the bodies of Big Boss and Grey Fox, and start experimenting on them. They're able to reanimate the corpse of Grey Fox, and they attach an exoskeleton to this monstrosity to create Cyborg Ninja. Big Boss, meanwhile, is put into a form of cryostasis, allowing the Patriots leader, our old friend Zero, and his team to immortalise him as the symbol he always wanted for his organisation. Right, before we barrel on into perhaps the most iconic entry in the franchise, it's time to reacquaint ourselves with some clones. You see, our old mates Liquid and Solidus have been busy in the years since we last caught up with them. And by busy, I mean setting up a terrorist splinter unit of Foxhound and threatening the world with nuclear devastation, and becoming the President of the United States respectively. You know, just normal everyday busyness. Anyway, the pair of them effectively orchestrate the events of Metal Gear Solid, which goes by the name of the Shadow Moses incident. Liquid and his aforementioned Foxhound splinter group ambush the Shadow Moses compound, take a pair of high-ranking hostages, and threaten the White House with nuclear devastation, all in a bid to regain the corpse of Big Boss, which is still in the possession of the Patriots.
You know what? I'm gonna finish this some other time. I'm gonna end stream because I have to get to work tonight. So I want to thank you for coming by, watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.